There are many ways to announce to the world that you're living your best life. Some people start a podcast. Some people get a new haircut and pretend it's healing. Harry, however, prefers a more classic, eco-friendly, monetizable approach. Fly to Aspen, grab a rich friend, strap on some skis, and mysteriously bump into photographers who definitely, absolutely, pinky swear, were not called in advance. Yes, Harold has once again been spotted doing what he does best: leisure activities framed as personal growth. This time, the backdrop is Aspen, Colorado, the natural habitat of billionaires, influencers, and people who say things like, "The energy here is just different." According to Hello Magazine, Harry was photographed skiing with his longtime friend and polo bro, Nacho Figueras. The photos dropped on December 17th because nothing says private getaway like a perfectly timed media release. Harry was reportedly on the mountain for about 4 hours. 4 whole hours. That's almost a half workday, if we're being generous. He wore sunglasses, a helmet, and full ski gear, which is excellent because otherwise people might have thought he was there to sell hot cocoa. A source breathlessly informed Hello that Harry and Nacho skied together, lunched together, and generally enjoyed the kind of carefree male bonding that somehow never seems to happen when Meghan is in the room. Harry, we are told, seemed happy. Genuinely happy. Like, suspiciously happy. Like, wow, he actually has a real smile for once. Also present, a group of male friends. Absent, his wife and their 2 children. Apparently, the kids didn't make the cut for this Winter Wonderland adventure, despite the fact that William and Harry themselves skied as children and loved it. But hey, why create core memories when you can create Backgrid content? Don't worry though, the Sussexes will still celebrate Christmas together at home in Montecito. You know, later. After Dad gets his snow fix, his polo fix, his pap fix, and whatever else needs fixing. Family time is important. Just not important enough to interrupt a ski and bromance tour. Because simply skiing wasn't quite enough, Harry also popped over to watch and then participate in a snow polo match in Aspen. According to Aspen Snow Polo's Instagram, Harry is set to compete on the Aspen Valley team for the St. Regis World Snow Polo Championship. Nacho Figueras, meanwhile, appears on the opposing St. Regis team alongside his 2 sons, Arto and Hilario. A wholesome family affair. Unless you're Harry's kids, in which case, please enjoy your stay at home with Mom. Photos from December 17th show Harry on horseback in full polo gear, looking very serious. A spokesperson confirmed that he was standing in for a friend, because Harry is always generously stepping in to help others, especially when it involves cameras and prestige. As Aspen temperatures plunged well below freezing, Meghan Markle was apparently feeling the heat, at least on Instagram. She posted a photo of Harry mid-polo match with the caption, "Oh, hello there." That's it. That's the caption. Saucy? Random? Vibes unclear. Naturally, the internet reacted with confusion, suspicion, and side-eye. Was this a thirst post? A morale boost? A soft-launch distraction from the ongoing Thomas Markle drama? A reminder that the marriage is totally fine, you guys? Nobody knows, but everyone noticed. Let's talk about Harry and Nacho, the chemistry, the ease, the way Harry seems genuinely relaxed, grinning like a man who has escaped something, or someone. People couldn't help but notice how different he looks with Nacho compared to his public appearances with Meghan. Some comments went full armchair psychoanalyst, speculating about Harry's preference for male companionship, his alleged mistreatment of women, and why he appears to light up only when surrounded by the bros. Others simply asked, why is it so easy for him to organize a luxury ski trip with Nacho, but apparently impossible to reconcile with his wife's ailing, disabled father? Speaking of fathers, while Harry was carving up Aspen, Meghan's father was reportedly critically ill, publicly expressing his desire to see his daughter. And yet here we are. Harry skiing, polo playing, pap smiling, instead of providing support, instead of resources, instead of being bedside, instead of, acting like the compassionate humanitarian he claims to be. Harry chose snow. Glorious, Instagrammable snow. To many observers, the optics were not great. Actually, the optics were atrocious. One of the biggest questions to come out of this whole saga is simple. Why are there paparazzi photos of this at all? Wasn't Harry the guy who said camera flashes gave him Diana-level PTSD? Wasn't privacy the whole reason for leaving royal life? And yet here we have crisp HD close-up shots of Harry and Nacho and Aspen, looking totally unaware. People familiar with Aspen were quick to point out that paparazzi do not just hang around there, especially not in mid-December with poor snowfall and fewer tourists. The only thing Backgrid waits around for, critics noted, is a phone call. And wouldn't you know it, the photos were indeed by Backgrid. Observers dissected the images, the proximity, the clarity, the angles. The fact that Hello somehow managed to get 11 whole photos without catching Harry on a chairlift, a gondola, or with even a single fleck of snow on his pants. Also noted, Harry's absolutely incorrect way of carrying skis, planting the tails on concrete, stressing the bindings, amateur hour. In families that actually ski, even toddlers are taught to carry their skis properly. But Hello praised him anyway, presumably for not making security do it. And then there's the helmet, designed to protect the brain, which, according to some commenters, appeared entirely optional in this case. With Meghan reportedly lying low due to family drama, many concluded that Harry was simply picking up the pap walk slack. A marriage of equals, after all. Someone's got to pay the bills. The last photo, some joked, looked like Harry texting Meghan, "Mission accomplished, they got the shots." This, critics argue, is the lifestyle Harry wanted taxpayers to fund forever. Zero service, maximum perks, luxury travel, elite sports, rich friends, and the occasional monetized grin, all while lecturing the world about compassion. Then there's the polo itself, the so-called sport of kings, now played on snow. Animal welfare concerns were raised, as always, especially given Harry's controversial history with polo horses, including accusations of abusive riding and past incidents involving injured and deceased animals. Videos and photos show Harry yanking reins, jabbing heels, and riding horses he is arguably too large for. Comparisons to King Charles and Prince Philip, both highly skilled, dedicated riders, only make Harry's lack of finesse more obvious. Let's not forget the pregnant mare incident, or the irony of claiming to be a humanitarian while participating in a sport that costs hundreds per ticket and relies on overworked animals slipping around on ice. So what does all of this convey? A man frolicking while families fracture, a couple demanding the truth while accidentally showing it through their actions. A prince turned paid sideshow, helping sell $600+ tickets to rich spectators who want to say they saw royalty up close. Nothing says regular guy like polo in Aspen. Nothing says service like skiing through scandal. Harry wanted freedom. What he got was exposure. And every snowy, staged HD frame of this Aspen escapade adds another chapter to a story that's starting to write itself. The truth? It's right there, on the slopes.